Hi, I'm Jan Cato. I'm the owner of TLC Mediation, located in both Wyckoff and Red Bank, New Jersey. How I handle consultations, I do give people time on the phone. If you want to call me before you've met me and you have questions, I would rather that some people out there get educated from a professional. There's a lot of myths and confusion out there about what divorce is. I would prefer that people can get some information from me on the phone and really understand what divorce is, what their options are for divorce. Sometimes they finish the conversation and they're extremely appreciative because they realize they need to go the route of litigation, or they understand better what the process is and then they feel more comfortable with trying mediation. So I give free time on the phone. I do not do free consultations because I find that the time in the meeting room together is so valuable. People get so much information that nobody would feel comfortable with it being free. The cases where there's children involved, it's definitely more areas to discuss. We need to come up with a parenting time plan, holiday schedule. There would be child support calculations. There are whole areas of expenses related to children that we have to figure out how we're going to get paid. Some of them are future expenses, so I might be doing a mediation with someone who has a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old, but we'll be talking about who's going to be paying for their car insurance in the future, because too often I see that when those items are not addressed and now all of a sudden you have a child who's just passed their driver's test and wants to drive, that couples are in court arguing over whose car insurance they're going to be on. So we try to be as detailed as possible, and there are certainly more things to discuss when you have children. So I guess you could think that the process could be a little bit longer or a little more detailed because there's more information that needs to be covered than in a couple that doesn't have children. I think divorce is very stressful for every couple going through it. And there may be some areas of the process that is more stressful than other, all different for every couple that comes in. Be very comfortable with their parenting time plan, be able to put their heads together and figure out how to share time with their children. But then they come in and when we talk about the pension, the same couple, they're screaming and crying and throwing things. Divorce is emotional, it's legal, it's financial, and it's emotional. So I do encourage every couple that gets involved in the divorce process to have a financial person to bounce off, some sort of lawyer to bounce off, and some sort of mental health professional to be involved with them so that you are appropriately handling all those areas of what comes up for you when you're going through a divorce. People often ask, how long will the meeting be, and then how many meetings will we need? The first meeting is usually an hour. It's an introduction to me, my process, an opportunity for people to ask questions, what they want to know about the divorce process in New Jersey. How does mediation differ from litigation or collaborative? That first meeting is usually an hour. If people decide in that meeting that they feel ready to proceed, there's a one-page mediation agreement that they sign, and then the next thing is having them collect data. I ask clients to get me information back that I've requested prior to the next meeting so that I can organize it in a fashion that makes it easy for all of us to see, so that starting in the second meeting, we're going to go right into it and start working through all the areas that need to be agreed upon. A complete mediation from beginning to end in 2 meetings, that's pretty rare. I would say that more often people are meeting with me 5 to 6 times, but it has nothing to do with me and everything to do with how easily the couple is able to make agreements with each other. I believe that every couple who has decided that they want to get divorced should try mediation first. It's going to be the most private, least expensive, fastest way to get divorced. Can also be the most creative way that couples who come to mediation, they know themselves, their family, their work schedules, their children better than anyone. I've seen people in mediation come up with ideas and solutions that nobody outside of that couple would be able to think of. The only couples that really should not engage in mediation as a divorce process is couples who have experienced domestic violence in the marriage. Mediation is a very open, transparent, cooperative process, and everybody needs to be on the same page with that. And if you have somebody who feels that if they stick up for themselves or make a proposal about something that they could be actually harmed after leaving the mediation is not the right place for them. Unfortunately, litigation or collaborative is probably going to be a better avenue to go, where they're going to have attorney representation alongside them the whole time. But for every single other couple, whether you have tons of money, no money, whether you scream and throw things or can sit across the table having a cup of coffee, calm, all of those people, everyone should try mediation first.